Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Good evening and welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Network. It is the Coach's Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, live here from Brew Coffee House, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. It is, we've got the Christmas trees up. We've got some great music playing here. The weather decided not to comply with us last week. It was great, and then kind of warm today, but the nights have been really nice, cooling down. And but we're going to talk playoff football, ladies and gentlemen, as this is the first. Now, Coach, this is the first for the Oklahoma Sports Network since we've been doing this. Last time that we were in the playoffs was the last year that we actually did radio. So, so this is the first time for us to do a Week 11 Coaches Show. So, Coach, thank you. I guess we've been working hard for it. But listen, you guys know who I am. I'm Coach Tobar, and the man right here to my right is the head coach for the Altus Bulldogs, and that is head coach Jeremy Reed. Coach, again, just, piggybacking off what I was saying, thank you for that. You guys have done great. I saw you had posted, just based off of just some regular season stuff, 8-2. Getting a chance to play in Week 11 since 2018, correct?
So, yeah.
And then, defensive, you had done the average points per game for the offensive side, which was 46. 46. And then the varsity defense only giving up 20 points or so. Countless records broken. And we still got one game to go. We won't really go into that because, these still go into that as well. But, great things that we saw all the way around on the offensive side, defensive side, and special teams. And, 2 losses. And 2 losses to the state champion and the state runner-up. I mean, for me, Coach, that's a great year.
Yeah, as our regular season was very special. There's definitely been a lot of work and time put into this from our staff and our players, and so it's just rewarding to see them get some outcome-based things that are so important in the outcome-based world, which is winning. Yeah. And and to me, I don't know if our staff was surprised. I think there's definitely a lot of surprise outside of our office, which is rightfully so with our lack of success in the last several years. But, I think the office knew that this was a great possibility. Yeah. We felt like there was, we kind of know the weaknesses and the strengths maybe a little better than somebody that's there every day. But I think the most surprising thing for me during the season was the way we won. Yeah. Very few games did our kids play 4 quarters, our varsity starters. Yeah. I want to say it was maybe it was the Ardmore game, the Cash game, Guthrie, and Carl Albert.
Yeah, that's it.
So 4 out of 10 games did our kids play a full 4 quarters. And, I can't lie. I did not see that coming. And so that's just a compliment to our kids of, just we gained a lot of confidence along the way, and it kind of snowballed, and just played some really good football at times, and just rewarding to see, like I said, for so many outcomes to come the way they did with the victories and being 8-2, and so close, on that night, a day in Guthrie, to where you could easily be sitting here and talking about hosting a playoff game. Exactly. And, those are kind of probably crazy words before the season, if you're sitting here doing a show and talking about, hey, we're going to be 9-1, potentially hosting a playoff game, you'd probably thought I was crazy. But obviously this season played out very, very well for us, and I just couldn't be more proud of our kids and staff.
Yeah, a great season, Coach, and of course, last Friday night we hosted the Carl Albert Titans. It was senior night, and man, what a massive group of seniors that we have on our football squad that have all contributed in some part or way to what you're seeing happen right now. And so it was a bittersweet night. Didn't come away with the victory, but you and I both know, and I mean everybody knows, when you have a team, you're going up against a team that is looking for that 50th win. That tells you that obviously they're doing something right. They have been doing something right. They're looking to, they're looking to three-peat. And, which, I think we had talked about this last week. If they were to win another state championship, I think that puts them in front of any school in the state of Oklahoma or darn near, close to it. And so we knew that was a good team coming in. Our boys competed. They played great. We did some. I saw some good things that we saw, and then I saw some things that obviously you just step back and you're like, oh man, this is a really good Carl Albert team. Yeah. Some of the schemes I saw in defense that they were doing, I was like, oh my goodness, like these guys are well coached. They're a really good team. And but one thing, I'll let you talk about the X's and O's here in a second with that in that game there, but. One thing that really stood out to me, Coach, and I know you probably had a talk with the Carl Albert head coach beforehand, but we've done this before, where we've had football players that are seniors that either autistic or special needs, but just been a core part of our program for so many years. What really impressed me, Coach, was that Ronjay runs a great ball, runs for a touchdown, 65 plus yards, whatever it may be. And he was booking, Coach. Like, he's gotten faster.
Oh,
he's gotten a lot faster.
We do all the nerdy analytics, and he'll run 18 miles an hour.
Yeah, he was on
a flying 10, and then we chart approach verticals every Friday during our season right now. And so when we started in August, he jumped 26 inches. Yeah. Last week he set his PR at 31. So he alone by himself has increased by 5 inches, which is a ton in that span. And so, Colby's got better. He's very explosive, and he showed it on that run.
He did.
That dude was gone.
He was gone. And, what I really loved, Coach, and I said it on air while it happened, because I had seen you talking to Sellers, the referee, and I knew something was coming, and you just caught us off guard. I was like, well, why are the seniors back, or why are the starters back in? And then we saw number 17 out there, and once we realized it, we started calling. He'd already had the ball. He was moving so quick that we had to really catch up to him. But what really impressed me, man, Coach, was that as he scored, and our team is leaving the sideline to just go and cheer on, Kobe, just because he's a great kiddo, man, and a great teammate. Here comes the Carl Albert team and staff as well, and I thought that was just a class act move. We get with them and, hey, listen, we want to do something special for this kiddo. Yeah, we'll be a part of it. We'll allow it to happen. But to celebrate and to be able to, two teams come together, just praising this kid for just his grit, his determination, and his heart, and just that he's a perfect teammate for these kiddos. And every time I talk to that kid, he's smiling. He gets me hyped. He's a great kid. And when I saw that, I couldn't say anything else. Like, that's a class act. I've never seen that before. And so, that was a great moment. You were on the field, Coach. You saw it transpire. Did you expect Carl Albert and their team and everybody to, jump in there and, lift them up and just, it was special. It was special live, streaming it. But you're on the field, Coach. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
It did not happen pregame. There was no thought of it. It's just like I described to somebody else. I think God just tapped me on the shoulder. We had substituted. It's just at a point of the game, like, okay, we're not coming back and winning this game. Yeah. The only thing can happen is, one of our varsity kids get injured and then, hurt you for the next week. So, I told the staff, hey, let's put in the next unit. And I was sitting there watching a play, and it just kind of came to mind. I was like, I got to get Colby Ronje a touchdown. Yeah. And so I went over to the official and said, hey, would you voice over and ask them if they would be interested in doing this? And it took a little while. Carl Albert had the ball.
Yeah.
The clock was ticking.
Yeah.
And finally they found Coach Dunn. Coach Dunn said yes. They voiced back over and said yes. And I can't remember which one of us, we took a timeout. Yeah. So then that's when you saw me and Dunn meet at the middle of the field, which is not normal in a football game. And he goes, dude, we're all in. How do we do this? And I said, well, we got to have the ball. Do you want me to just let you score right here? And one of his coaches came from the sideline and said, we just told our kid to fumble.
Oh,
and
okay.
so
nice.
Then I'm rushing back. Our defense staff has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Really, none of our coaches did, because I'm just trying to scramble and get some of this together. And we had very few moments to get it together.
Yeah.
And so I just went to the defense side. I said, tell your guys there's going to be a fumble, fall on it. Nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah.
And so we fall on the fumble and then pulled the first group. While that's going on, I voiced over the headset to the offensive staff, hey, we're getting Colby a touchdown here.
Yeah.
Talk to the guys. The first team, I want the first team out there. Talk to them about how this is going to be. And so then we took a timeout to make sure all of our guys knew what was happening. Coach Dunn and his staff talked to his guys, and it may not have had a lot of planning, but it couldn't have happened any better as far as, such class by Carl Albert to not just do it, but do it with the kind of the energy they did it with and the class that they did it with. And of course, Coach Dunn and I talk all the time, and he's just a great guy. Much not even talking the football side, and so for all that to come together the way it did in a matter of, just a few minutes. Like I said, I don't think it was anything but God intervening and going, hey, here's a moment for a young man that'll never be forgotten. And like I said earlier on in the interview, I've been a part of a lot of special moments. Calling myself a coach, but that'll be right there at the top for as long as I do it. Yeah,
it was a great moment, like you said, just a special moment, and it just continues to it went viral, right away. Carl Albert has their video guy that does all that stuff, and he's a former guy with the Oklahoma Sports Network, so I know him. And I just, the shots that he got, I knew while calling, I was like, man, he's going to have a great video for us, because he was in the north end zone and just saw them pick him up and everything. And, it went viral. People all over the state talking about it. He just got recognized as a player of the week by one of the car dealerships. And I'm just like, man, I couldn't be more happier for a kid that is deserving, Coach.
Yeah.
There every day for summer pride.
He don't miss a practice. He doesn't miss. I don't think I've ever, in my 3 years back here, have had Colby Ronje miss anything. Yeah. Like nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. The kid is there all the time. He does all the same stuff as the rest of our kids, and that's just, like, I think that's the way it should be. As much as, you can do that within reason. But, man, he does everything every other kid does. And so, it was very special how it all came about, and just so happy for him that'll be a memory he'll have forever.
Forever, man. It was, and we were talking about it, like, we had some friends that came down, who are great friends of my wife and I, and I graduated with my wife's friend, and then her husband is a Carl Albert graduate, and his parents, who love going to the games, they were sitting on the Altus side with with my wife and our friends, and they we went to lunch with them the next day, and they just couldn't stop raving about it. Like, we are so impressed with Altus. We've been to a lot of different games following Carl Albert, and it always breaks our heart, because Carl Albert always has the bigger crowd on the visitor side. But you guys show out. I said, this is a great community. This is a community that really believes and loves their Bulldogs, and this is a special year for us. And we may have not got the outcome that we wanted Friday night, but it was capped off with probably one of the best things I've ever had a chance to call, like you said, ever had a chance to be a part of. It's just it was special. It was awesome, and so I just wanted to talk about that first, Coach, because I know that is something that has just been going on since it happened Friday night.
And as it should. Those are the things that need to be highlighted in the world, not the other stuff that we all read. And those are the things that need to be reminded to young people, as we did Monday to ours, of that moment. No matter what you had in your mind, then you need to think back and reflect a little bit and realize that you were a part of a special experience and moment. And that's what that's what I told our kids. That's what sports is about.
Yep.
Like, we all want to win, like, we're
Yep.
competitive, but it's about the memories and experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And that one right there, you will remember if you were on that field.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you were
Yeah.
a referee, a coach, a player, whatever. You're going to forever remember
Yes.
what that felt like, what it looked like. And, you know, I just hope our kids will remember that as they have other opportunities down the road in life to maybe bless somebody with a moment that, you know, gives back to them. And
Exactly.
that's the whole point.
Exactly, and that's the thing. And I know that you've poured into each and every one of these boys on this football team about having that character of when you get the chance and the opportunity to give back because of you know it's. I mean, you may not realize it now, but you know it's happening within amongst you guys that you have a coaching staff who loves each and every one of you and is pouring into you. You know, as coaches, Coach, a lot of people don't realize that we spend a lot more time with our staff and our players more than we do our families at time during season. And so, I mean, with how I know that you guys are as a coaching staff and how much you love these kiddos, I know that you guys are pouring that into them, and that character is being built. Whether it be a first year with them or this be your third year with them now and this group of seniors. But, Coach, you talked about, not playing your starters quite a bit within 4 games. So does that mean that this year, due to that, was there quite a few kiddos that lettered that had the chance to get in there and maybe, who maybe wouldn't have, gotten a lot of snaps or whatever, but due to the special season that we've had, are those numbers going to be?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going. No, I don't think it's going to be anything larger than normal. With our lettering and kids getting in. I actually had to do that this week. So no, I didn't see any big differences.
I was just curious because I just know that there was a lot of times in a lot of games that we saw a lot of different names being out there, and we know that you guys really distributed that opportunity to a lot of different kids all throughout the year. And so, well, Coach, Friday night, juggernaut of a team comes in, Carl Albert. We knew that it was a fight for a district championship, a battle. We knew we had to win by 3, and then if we won by 3, then or more, then we were the district champs, and Carl Albert would probably sit at number 2, then Guthrie number 3. Now there was a bunch of things that could have taken place. Guthrie took care of business on their end, won, and then of course it came down to Altus and Carl Albert. Coach, tell us a little bit your thoughts on how the game went Friday night.
Yeah, the overarching thing that I kind of told our staff was it wasn't like I was ever standing on the sideline going, oh my gosh, they're going to score every play, or we can't pick up a first down.
Yeah.
There was a lot of moments and a lot of opportunities for plays to be made that we just didn't make, and it wasn't because we weren't trying. Carl Albert had a lot to do with that.
Yes.
But, specifically on each side defensively, we got them in several 3rd and longs, and we would give up a big play, an over 10-yard play for a first down.
Yeah.
Well, when you're playing in games that have implications like a district championship or a team that's won 40 whatever straight, you got to make those plays. And it's not that any kid wasn't trying, or they might even have been in position. The play just didn't happen. And then offensively, felt like we were able to move the ball, but we weren't able to sustain a drive to get those final points. Thought the drive right there before half was huge of Cashin's touchdown to Jamel to make it 21-7. And then, boom, we come back and we let them march down the field and go 28-7. And, there's very realistic things that, in my opinion, that halftime score could have easily been 21-14, Carl Albert up. And so the biggest thing for me was just, okay, we're in opportunities. We just got to make more plays. And I thought there was a lot of good plays made. We just didn't make some of the timely plays, and that's what big game football is about. It's what we're about to get into here with playoff football is, man, you got to make plays, and you can't make errors that will set you back. And that's district championship level football. That's playoff level football. And so it was a great game to be right there before playoffs so our kids could understand the value of every play matters. And you don't know what that outcome may be on that play, but it could definitely impact the end of the football game.
Yeah, and so, again, not coming out with the win, but, how the playoffs and everything works, now correct me if I'm wrong, if we continue to win throughout these playoffs, we have another chance of facing that same Carl Albert team.
Yeah.
And so, as we were calling the game, Coach Clothier, who is he's an alum of another blue-blooded powerhouse there in Clinton. He had, we were sitting there talking. He was like, listen, just because there's a loss here doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. He was like, Clinton took a loss to Elk City. That was really bad. It was lopsided, and they go into the playoffs. They make a run, and they end up having to face that same Elk City team and come away with the win. He says, so crazy things happen in the fall and during especially playoff football. And so, again, it all starts, though, Coach. We're going to move on from Carl Albert talking about Week 11 playoff football as the Altus Bulldogs, for the first time in program history, I imagine. I don't think we've ever played Newcastle.
Not to my knowledge.
They've always been a lower class, I think 3A.
They were 4A. This is their second year in 5A. They won the district last year, so they're pretty new to 5A.
Yeah, and so traveling to Newcastle and going to take on the Racers of Newcastle, Coach, and they are sitting second in their division as Lawton MacArthur pulls off a big win Friday night over Bishop McGuinness to host a couple of games there at home. They're at Cameron Stadium, actually.
Newcastle beat the district champion, and then they lost to Bishop McGuinness, was third.
McGuinness,
three-way tie.
That's where I was going. And then, of course, district points all come in. And that's the side that, I try to stay out of the social media stuff where people, I'll go in every now and then and correct it. Hey, listen, don't lead people. Don't lead people the wrong way. But there's a lot of district point. There's a lot that goes into it. So having to, again, they beat the district champs, like you said. Now they're sitting at 2. And we're sitting at the 3, so we're traveling to Newcastle, Coach. Now, Newcastle being a sister school and channel on the Oklahoma Sports Network, we've had a chance to see them play, I think, in common opponents within the last few years. They played Elgin this year, and Elgin's a stout team, just went 10-0. They're going to be hosting at home as well. I think that I haven't really looked into that bracket, but Elgin and Tuttle, they're not on the same side, are they? Oh, that's going to be fun, man. I'm telling you what. But because Tuttle's a really good-looking team as well. But just looking at that game, Elgin able to come away with a win there, and then of course Lawton MacArthur played them really good. I know they had a couple players that were out that game. Ended up losing a close one to Newcastle at Newcastle as well. And so from what I've seen, Coach, I know that, and I could be wrong here, but from just the film and stuff that I've watched, you're looking at 60% run, 40% pass, big size, defensively play really well. They've got a couple of special players that do play both ways. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts going into Week 11, Coach, going up against the Newcastle Racers.
Well, one is just it's special to play in playoff football. We try to tell our kids that every day this week. It's special to be out on the field with especially the nice weather we have, and having the opportunity. Half the teams in Oklahoma, well, maybe not now. You can't say that because of some of the divisions that take a lot of teams. But half of 5A, I can say that for sure. 5A, Checked in pads this week. The other half are practicing, and we'll cut that down at half again. So it's just special to be back in the playoffs and, just educating our kids on what that means. And, in terms of Newcastle, man, a great team. You don't have to watch film long to figure out that they have a lot of ingredients that have got them to this point, and it's very easy to see why they've been so successful. Return a lot of kids off of last year's team. I know they lost some key players, but, man, they returned a whole bunch of them back. The number one thing that just stands out is, number one, is size. They are just ginormous, if that's a word, gargantuan,
big boys.
Massive, just very, very large. I know on the defensive line they go 6'5", 250. The two interior guys are both over 300, and then the defensive end of the other side's, I think, like 270. Just huge humans. They have outside backers and inside backers that are 6'4" and 6'5", and got a corner that's 6'4". It's just they're a very good-looking football team, and so that jumps out. And then number two that jumps out is, they got some guys that can really run. They got some guys that carry that football in the backfield and receive it, and they flip over and play on the defensive side at linebacker and DB, that those guys can run. And so, they just have the ingredients of what you would think a district runner-up would be. Size, speed, good schemes, tackle well, all the ingredients it takes to win at this time of year. And so, it's definitely an awesome challenge to go to their place and and take a team of ours that I think is got a lot of those same ingredients.
Yes.
Maybe not the size. We don't have that one, but the rest of them.
Yeah.
And so, it should be a great high school football game.
I think so too, Coach. Now, I mean, and Altus has never really had the size like that. I mean, yeah, we may have a couple players that may match those, those dimensions and those size. But I mean, what I will say that 2015, state championship team there didn't have a lot of size, but you had a lot of guys that were wrestlers and that were tough in the trenches, and just a really great group of boys as well. And so, going into that, but I think, Coach, for me, now you can correct me if I'm wrong. We just went up against a team that had a lot of length as well.
Yeah.
And lots of size with Carl Albert.
Sure.
Every one of their kids on their team looked to be over 6 foot tall, except for the kicker. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot of length, that's for sure. Carl Albert wasn't as big as far as weight.
Yeah.
But definitely, when you started looking at some of the linebackers and DB guys, a lot of guys that are pretty tall. Yeah,
a lot of guys. And so, and then of course we've face those teams that do have some decent size. Guthrie was that interior defensive line had some size as well, and Noble had some size, and so I will put our boys up against. It doesn't matter how big or how tall you may be, because I can tell you what, when you see Mikey Brown line up in a 2-point stand, just leaning over, getting ready to just cause some damage, that excites me, Coach, because I mean he is a machine there, and I know that offensively, our offensive weapons didn't have the game that they wanted. Couple mishaps here and there, but I'm looking for DJ, I'm looking for Jamin, Cam, and Jamel to really have a good breakout game, and even if we've talked about it before, Coach. It doesn't matter if you double one guy or try to key in on one guy. There's so many weapons on this team. You throw in Barkfinick in there, you throw Cole Osborne in there, you bring in a wrinkle in Cashin Lamb who threw a dime on that thing zipped in there.
It's a great pass.
And I don't know if you have an answer for what we have to offer, and so I think it's going to be a great game, Coach, defensively and offensively against this Newcastle team.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great night. Weather's going to be good. It's playoff football.
Yeah, it is.
You got to go play well. You got to reduce penalties. You got to reduce mental errors on your side that you can control, and then go see what happens. And this time of year, anything can happen when you're on a one-game schedule.
Exactly.
Everybody's on a one-game schedule, and obviously Newcastle will be very motivated to win the ball game, being at home, and they're looking to probably go back and maybe get to play a team they played last year in the quarterfinals, and potentially get a rematch with that. And so, I think there's going to be a lot of noise in the air when 7 o'clock hits, and I think we'll have a group on our side that'll be very hungry to go play their best game.
Yeah, and I mean, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I know that our PR guru, Miss Amanda Davis, has put out the information out there as well. I know if you buy tickets online, I believe they're $8.75 or something like that. They're cheaper, $10 at the door. Clear bag, all the essential things that are the same as going to any other game. But I would highly recommend, Coach, talking with you, here before the show, get there early.
Yeah, they were very upfront about the visiting bleachers. I think he said only seat 300, and our band will be a part of consuming some of those seats, and so there will be very little seating. A lot of room to, I think, stand around the fence line. But as far as bleachers, very, very minimal compared to how I know our people travel.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, we know, Coach, that, we're going to expect a great crowd to travel there. Just hopping on the turnpike, going up right before you hit Oklahoma City there, you take the Newcastle turnoff, and it'll lead you to take that main road there.
Easy drive for the Bulldogs.
Easy drive. Now, Coach, scenarios. Okay, I know I don't always like to look forward, but it's one game at a time, and there's a lot of things that are going to happen. It could go our way, it could go Newcastle's way, whatever it may be. I have to, though, on my behalf, as a whatever you want to call me, sports broadcaster, if we win this game, obviously there's a lot going on. The opponent that we would face would be the winner out of Bishop, Kelly, and Pryor. Now, you guys have some experience with Pryor. You guys did some 7-on-7 against them, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing new there. But again, the winner out of that game would be who the Altus Bulldogs would face if we go to Newcastle and get a win there. And so again, easy drive now. You talked about it.
We will not say those same words.
No,
a
not
week
next
from now
week.
if we're back here. Yeah.
If we're back here, but it's all about taking care of business first. Here this week, Week 11, as the Altus Bulldogs travel to Newcastle, Oklahoma. Home of the Racers. They're going to go to Racer Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be live on the Oklahoma Sports Network, but let me tell you, man, you've done a great job, Altus. The community, fans, and family. You guys have done a great job all season. Why stop now? This is the exciting part right now. Week 11, playoff football. Come out. Get out there, invite your friends, invite your family, invite your enemies. I don't care. Bring them all out there, and let's support these boys. They're going to need all the help they can get. We got to get loud because we know that Newcastle's probably going to bring a pretty good crowd hosting a playoff game.
I would assume.
So we have to combat that with our amazing fans. And I wish, Coach, I've been trying to look for those horns that you and I were talking about that people have. I don't know where to find those things.
I know our 12th man had one the other night.
Did he? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. We got to get more of those. Like,
yeah, those
it's
are
just
amazing.
it's just like a drill that you hook up to the thing, and it's just, I mean,
it's like a train horn.
Yeah, oh man, like let's bring the
those
horns.
Are welcome. Yeah.
Yes, the horns, the cowbells, and all you got to do is if you see Coach Reed turn around and go like this, then just bring it down because we want to be able to hear our cadence and our snap and our clap and all that other jazz. But I mean, I'm telling you, it was you and I talked about it, during a junior high football game when Elgin had probably 9 of them. And it was deafening.
Impressive.
Yes,
it was impressive.
It was very impressive. So please, man, go find those. Go talk to the 12th Man Club. Somebody in there, Stephen Gribble or Troy Gruball. Talk to those guys. They'll be able to lead you to where you can get those. And man, bring as many as you can, because they're
a difference maker.
They are.
They really are. They are loud.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was us or Carl Albert had one last Friday or what.
I know. I visibly saw one pregame from Steven.
Okay, all right, good.
I think you got to order them online.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's Wednesday, so if
you
can,
time.
If it's Amazon, hey,
sure,
I mean,
they
2
can
days
get anywhere.
Yeah, they could. I mean, you could pick it up at the Amazon place. You might have to go into Oklahoma City a little bit there, but again, Racer Stadium is a place to be at 7 p.m. tonight. It's going to be live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Now, sister station is going to be there as well as Newcastle is a channel on the Oklahoma Sports Network as well. But I mean, if you want to hear football the way it should be called, then I would tune into the Altus Bulldog channel there. Great guys calling the game over there, Jordan Ray, and who usually calls for Midwest City. He's going to be helping out as now that playoffs start. There are a lot of guys that go and help other schools out, and we've got as a network coach, we've got quite a few teams that are playing playoff football. So that's always fun for us as a network to do that. And again, for me, Coach, this is something that I've been eager to do. We do it in basketball, but it's not the same in basketball because everybody goes. Football is just especially when that's a sport that you love, and then to finally be there and call it like it's. I'm excited. The interns are excited. Coach Clother's excited. I mean, we're gonna have a great time, Coach, and we know that you guys are gonna have the boys ready. Ready to go to war. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be great football, like you said, and you don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, 7 p.m. is the kickoff, but I highly advise you, if you're traveling, get there early. Doors do open at 5:30 is what the announcement said there. Again, if you want to purchase tickets online, you can. All that information can be found on the Altus Athletic page. They're on Facebook, Instagram, any of those socials, or you can call the athletic director's office as well, and they can direct you on where to go to purchase those tickets pregame, because there's probably going to be a line as well. So you want to do anything and everything that you can to get in there, find a seat, and get there early. And because Coach Reed already said no one's allowed on the sideline. So I'm just kidding. But I mean, I didn't realize. I mean, those stands look like they fit a few people, but I guess 300 is it, huh? Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Like standing room only. Like,
that's what
come
it sounds
on.
like.
Yes,
Yeah.
come on, man. Let's go. But again, thank you to our fans. You guys have done great. So let's continue to come out and support these boys. And then if you can't make it, if you're due to, you're out of state or whatever, you can definitely watch it live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. If you have a smart TV, a smart device, a tablet, a phone, whatever it may be, all you got to do is download the Oklahoma Sports Network, and you'll be able to find it. The great thing about that is Altus starts with an A, so we're the very first one there you can find. And you'll click on our channel. It'll say upcoming, and you'll see the announcement there for playoff football, Altus versus Newcastle. Well, Coach, I'm going to let you go. I know that you've been a busy man. You're all over shows. You were on ESPN and some other stuff today. And I tell you what, I will say, though, the whole Ranjay video was submitted to it was tagged to some ESPN folks. I don't know if they picked it up or not, but
yeah.
I did see that. And so, I mean, just, again, a great story and a great moment that took place. So if you haven't, you can find it all over. You can find it on the Oklahoma Sports Network pages there. You can go to my page. You can find it everywhere. We have shared it. It has been an awesome thing. And I mean, I'm telling you, alumni from all over the state are sharing it and saying, hey man, how great is this? And again, just a great moment to be a part of. And Coach, we look forward this week, this Friday night, to be a part of some more special events that are going to happen. So we're just going to speak that into existence right now, Coach. I know that you don't really because you're a coach, but me, I'm gonna speak it into existence. Firm believer of that. But listen, it's going to be a great game. We're excited. We know you guys are excited as well. So good luck to you guys as you guys travel. Again, we'll be there as well. Kickoff, countdown to kickoff is going to start at 6:30. We'll be live there in Newcastle, Oklahoma, at Newcastle Stadium, playing on the turf there at Newcastle. And they've got really great facilities there.
Yeah.
Really nice school. Hadn't been to the football stadium yet, but we were there for some basketball tournaments last year, and so really impressed. But I'm excited. Week 11 football, Coach. He may not look it. He's just tired. He needs to go home and get some rest. But he's been busy at it. He's been working hard. He's been working, that midnight oil there. So, Coach, go home and get some rest, man.
My phrase was, "I'll sleep when we're done."
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And how well will it be if we continue to make this deep run and just add on to this special season that we've had so far, Coach? Well, next week if we're here, I'll make sure they throw some Red Bull in there for you as well, so that we can get you awake and ready to go. But Coach, it's going to be a great night. On behalf of myself and Coach Reed, and thank you to my intern, Miss Elena Johnson, running producer, and of course, always Cole, always here to support. Thank you, guys. We will see you guys Friday night live from Newcastle, Oklahoma. This has been the Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, live here at Brew Coffee House, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Come on in and enjoy one of their many refreshing and delicious drinks. They serve anything Starbucks. And so, man, I tell you what, if you're wondering what Coach Reed and I drink every Wednesday, that's a raspberry lemonade. And I love that they have motivational quotes on here. Mine, why is cursive so hard? I don't know, because they don't teach it as like they used to, I guess. But again, man, great staff, great folks out here. And when you come out here, you tell them Cole Adams sent you. You'll be charged double. So you may not want to do that, but I'm just kidding. Hey, come on out, support these guys. Great, huge fans of the Altus Bulldogs and Altus Public Schools. So we're going to let you go. We will see you Friday night. Coach, again, good luck. We'll see you Friday. And go Bulldogs. You're watching the Coaches Show live with head coach Jeremy Reed here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Strong Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Take pride in supporting our communities. We take pride in our deep-rooted traditions of serving Southwest Oklahoma. But mostly, we take pride in being an Altus Bulldog. You can always count on us to show up wearing our blue and white loud and proud and ready to lend a hand. Because at Cattleman's Bank, we proudly say, Go Bulldogs!
Every dream starts somewhere. Some start right here, where wide open skies meet even wider possibilities. At Western Oklahoma State College, you find more than classrooms. You find mentors who believe in you, friends who become family, and a community that stands behind every step you take. Because choosing Western isn't just the right start, it's the smart start to wherever you're headed next. This is where your story begins. Western Oklahoma State College, your future starts here.
We want to keep you moving. Broken bones aren't all we take care of. The JCMH Orthopedic Clinic specializes in sports injuries and total joint replacements. We give steroid injections and do arthritis treatments. We have the best doctors and staff who care at the JCMH Orthopedic Clinic. Along with orthopedic surgeon Dr. Greg Pickett, we have physician assistants Mandy Stevens, J.R. Ramirez, and Danielle Gregg, and nurse practitioner Morgan Johns. Youth and adults, for sports or for your lifestyle. We'll keep you moving.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Every dream starts somewhere. Some start right here, where wide open skies meet even wider possibilities. At Western Oklahoma State College, you find more than classrooms. You find mentors who believe in you, friends who become family, and a community that stands behind every step you take. Because choosing Western isn't just the right start, it's the smart start to wherever you're headed next. This is where your story begins. Western Oklahoma State College, your future starts here.